Tell me on a scale of 1 to 5 how painful it is when I press. 5 is going to be the most pain, 1 is going to be the least pain. Is that sensitive there?
Yeah.
What's that? That's a 5, okay.
Yeah.
60 seconds. Now we're going to test it. How does that feel? You're not jumping.
No pain.
No pain at all. Laser light, that's it. Game changer. Hey everyone, we got Naomi here who's allowed us to film. So Naomi, why don't you tell us a little bit about what brought you in here?
I've been having neck pain, back pain for the last 20 years. I was in a car accident in 2000. Come to find out I have a herniated disc in my neck, so it's been very painful.
So she's a herniated disc in her neck. She's got a lot of neck and upper back pain, but she also gets some lower back pain, and
Yes.
And you get headaches, and her headaches
Yeah.
are associated with the neck pain. There's a pain nucleus right at C2, C3 that sends pain signal to the brain and can create headaches. So we're going to check her upper cervical spine. We're going to start her off with some heat on her lower back and her neck first before we begin the adjustment. One last thing. Tell me what you think in comments below. I went to film school before I got my doctorate. I do all the writing, directing, producing, sound, editing, and the cool special effects you see here. Folks, I'm not asking for an Academy Award or an Oscar, just a simple thumbs up if you like my video. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for the latest, greatest content on YouTube. Thank you, appreciate all of you. What's really nice about moist heat is it helps to relax the muscles a little bit better than just a dry heat would. I don't know if you noticed the difference of this moist heat.
Yeah.
Do you use the heating pad at home?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
It helps.
I'm going to loosen up some of the muscles across the shoulders here. Okay, we're going to use this PTLMS machine. So have you had any headaches since we began care last week?
No.
No headaches? Okay. And how often were you getting headaches prior to this? How many were you getting a week?
Probably once, at least once a week.
Once a week? Okay. Let me know if you get any headaches, okay? Headaches are really easy for chiropractors to fix. And the cause of your headaches are tension related. Tension across the neck and shoulders, your posture, okay? Okay, and the other one? See how this leg doesn't go up as high? This left leg doesn't go up as high. So this is a check for the sacrum, for a rotated sacrum. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and correct that, and you're going to see this leg go up higher again. I want to show you again. Watch this closely. Go ahead, raise this leg. Good. And the other one? Okay, so that's about half the distance. This one can't go up. So we're going to change that now. So cross this ankle over here. So it's just because her sacrum is rotated, we're going to correct that. And this piece here pops up, and it just helps me to give an adjustment in a softer, gentler way. Just a different technique called Thompson technique. Okay, uncross the legs. Now let's try that again. Keep your legs straight. Raise one leg as high as you can. Okay, and the other one. Wow, not perfect, but she came all the way up to the bottom of my fist. So she was about an inch or two away. Much better. Cross this ankle over here. Was it painful, by the way, when you first lifted this leg? Or just harder to lift it?
It was just harder to lift it.
Okay, just harder to lift. How was it that time?
Oh, it was much easier.
Much easier? Okay, so she noticed it was much easier, but it's not perfect yet, not to me. And relax here. Okay, uncross the legs. Now we're going to try that again. Watch. Go ahead, raise your leg up as high as you can. Good. And down in the other one. There we go. A lot better. You've got a couple of anterior subluxations right in here. You've been working on a computer a lot lately? Yeah. Okay, turn over and sit up and face the doorway for me, please. So she's got a few anteriors, and what anteriors are is when the vertebra kind of pushes in, and you'll feel it dip in, and it causes a lot of tension in the neck because it can radiate up into the neck, but also it makes it difficult for people to kind of bend their head forward. So if you've ever had that problem where you can't bend your head forward or tilt it to the side, or it hurts to bend it forward, that's why. It's coming from your thoracic spine. Not to mention your neck, but also your thoracic spine. And in most cases, it's involved. Good. And another deep breath in. And blow out. Relax the head back. Okay, good. We got some motion there, but you're still really stiff and fixated in that thoracic area. So I'm going to give you some stretches that I want you to take home today.
Okay.
With the lacrosse ball, and then we have some stretches on our website as well that I'm going to show you, and you can start working on the mobility in that thoracic spine. The more you start working on that at home, the more we're going to get out of our visits here, okay? So, and we want to get the most out of each visit. Okay, I see you got the 1920 face mask. What's that from?
It's from my sorority.
Ah,
We were
okay.
founded in 1920.
Okay, you didn't graduate college in 1920.
No.
I was going to say, you look fabulous. You know, really, for 100, you look fabulous. What's your secret? What sorority?
Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated.
Zeta Phi Beta, all right.
Yes.
A lot of people don't realize that sororities and fraternities do good things.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
they like to party and have fun, but they
Yes.
do good things. They raise money for
Yes.
charities and things. So,
We
a lot of
actually-
people...
We actually donated food to the hospital.
Oh yeah, recently?
About a month ago. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Wow, much better. Go ahead, sit up. Okay. Now, because she has trigger points all across here, we're going to do something unique. This laser literally melts those trigger points away. Watch. Tell me on a scale of 1 to 5 how painful it is when I press. Okay, now 5 is going to be the most pain, 1 is going to be the least pain. Okay, so we're going to start with on the right with spot 1.
About a 4.
A 4.
5.
A 5.
5.
A 5. Okay. So we're going to take, they're really all pretty high. 4, 5, and 5. Okay? Watch this. Cold laser therapy is amazing. And it's really great at melting away trigger points in the muscles. A lot of it has to do with her posture, sitting at the computer all day. She's just home more, working on that computer. How's your setup at home? Your ergonomic setup?
Oh, I purchased the stuff.
You did? Okay,
I got
great.
the video, and I've shared it with other people as well.
Great. So she's the perfect patient. She comes in, I give her some directions on some changes she should make, like her computer setup. She made those changes, and they are going to make a big difference. Have you noticed any difference at all yet with it, or have you gotten the
I haven't
stuff
gotten it yet. I haven't gotten it yet.
Once you get all the stuff and
Yeah.
you set up your whole station, you're going to see, wow, I can work for 4 or 5 hours without a headache or without neck pain. Wow, this is great. And then in a few weeks, once we're dealing with the injuries and you have the proper computer set up, you can say goodbye to all those aches and pains that you're dealing with. Okay, now we're going to go to the next spot. Now I'm going to test this spot again in a minute. We're going to test all 3 of them. So right now I have it on a wavelength of 1,000 hertz, and that's really good for calming nerves down, calming muscle spasms down, and melting away those trigger points. Okay, and oftentimes when we're dealing with soft tissue damage, we first get them out of pain, deal with the muscle spasms and the trigger points, and then we go into a next phase of care, which is the healing and the repairing phase. And you have to do it in steps. If you do that first without getting rid of the inflammation and pain, you're going to really make the patient worse. Okay, I'm going to go to the next spot. Okay, now I'm going to press these spots here. How's that on a 1 to 5 scale?
Oh, that's like almost no pain. It's just more tightness.
Okay, so no pain. It went from a 4 to 0.
Yeah.
Okay, now she'll have to come back for a couple more sessions of this, but we're going to go to the next spot. How's that?
I would say probably like a 1.
A 1. So it went from a 5 to a 1. This went from a 4 to a 0, a 5 to a 1, and we're going to check the next spot again. I've been using cold lasers now for about 9 to 10 years, and I actually discovered it because I had tennis elbow, really severe tennis elbow. I couldn't even hold a drink in my elbow and bend my elbow, and that's how I discovered cold laser therapy. So we're going to go ahead and check. How's that on a scale of 1 to 5?
That's like a 0.
A 0. So all spots, 1 out of 5, they were all rated a 4 or a 5 in pain intensity, all down to a 0, and the one spot's a 1. Now watch, we're going to do it over here. Is that sensitive there?
Yeah.
What's that?
That's
a 5, okay.
Yeah.
And here?
5.
5?
5.
5, okay. We're going to do the same thing here. This will help her with her headaches, with her neck tension, along with the adjustment, and she's going to have a great weekend. All right. So we just do 1 minute on each spot, and that's all it takes, 60 seconds on each spot. So we're at almost 60 seconds here. And we're going to test this one spot. She said it was a 5. This seemed like you would, if you could, rate it a 6 or a 7, because you kind of, when I touched it, she kind of jumped a little bit. That's how I know it's a really bad trigger point. And those are the ones that I want to focus on and target. So we just did 60 seconds. Now we're going to test it. How does that feel? You're not jumping.
No pain.
No pain at all.
Mm-mm.
Laser light. That's it. Game changer.